ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe.
Kind of short for a stormtrooper. Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends 2-pack action figure review on the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie, Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen. I did pick up this 2-pack set at my local Target, and you can see we get this cool looking Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse logo right there. And Gwen Stacy looks pretty cool, or Spider-Gwen looks cool. Can't call it Gwen Stacy. Anyway, you can see the two characters right over there on the side. Looks really nice. I like the animation from this movie already, from what I've seen in the trailers. Anyway, you can see product shots of the figures. There's a read up over here on the back. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. Now on this side, you get that same image of them. Then you get the window sliver at the top. Not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack these things open. And here are the figures out of the packaging. Now I knew already that these figures are going to be repaints. I knew that going in when I purchased these, but I'm still really happy with them. And I have not seen the movie yet, so please, you guys, no spoilers in the comment section, huh? Let's respect each other and not ruin the movie yet. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I'm not even going to be able to see it today. And wish the lovely Charlie to win a happy birthday. Today is her birthday. But anyway, these two figures look good. Repaints and all, I still like them, but I do have my gripes as well. We're going to get into all that stuff. But first, let's get a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll get a closer look at the figures. So aside from the interchangeable heads, these are the accessories that we get with these two figures, and we don't really get much at all for Spider-Gwen, but we do get several accessories for Miles. So you can see that he comes with two pairs of hands, fisted hands, and then you get this wide open hand for the right side and a whipping hand for the left side. I wish we had gotten two extra complete sets of whipping hands and wide open hands. I don't see why they can't do that. Or are they really that expensive? And then we get this stinger effect right here, which looks great. I like that a lot. You know, you get the little electric effect going on with the blue. I think it looks cool. I think I'm mostly remembering him use kind of like a yellow stinger effect, but hey, it doesn't matter to me too much. You know, it looks pretty good. And I haven't seen the movie yet, so it could be blue in the movie. Then they come with a web for each. So we've seen these webs before. I really wish they'd make this with a twisty tie in the middle. I know it's possible. We've seen the NECA Toys face hugger where the tail is just as thin as this, and I have that on display at the moment. But yeah, these do look pretty cool still. I've had, you know, fun playing around with them, but I do wish they had the bendy wire. And just a small little detail here is comparing it to one of the webs that came with the PS4 Spider-Man figure. You can see the paint is just a little bit different, or the plastic's a little bit different. This one has a little bit of a darker tone and a more pearlescent sheen compared to these newer ones right here. So I don't know, same mold and everything, of course. So we'll go with the ladies first, and we're looking at the Spider-Gwen head sculpt, which looks so meh. Just because she's going meh, I don't know, that's just like her face to me. Compared to the other version, which is the same exact sculpt, but I feel, well, no, she has the dead eyes too. So the big difference right here I'm seeing is the flesh tone. I really do like this matted look as opposed to the very glossy look, but I wish this one had, or this one had the red lipstick. I don't know. I feel like it's just a little bit more pronounced. It looks a little better to me, but I could be wrong. In the movie, she could have pink lipstick, so that could be film accurate. But overall, I do think it is an improvement. It's just that, yeah, I didn't realize how dull the face really looked. I think it's just because they painted the eyes a little bit more accurate to the sculpt, so it looks that way. And if you tilt her head up, she does look a little bit less meh, but as soon as you get it looking straight on, she looks meh. But yeah, so it doesn't look terrible. I do like it, and we get a lighter hair color too, so very similar, but a bit different. So just a little bit different right there. And then we have the masked head sculpt, which is very similar to the other version, and just pop it right on right there. And this looks pretty nifty. I do like the bright pink. It looks really good. You can see the inside of the hood right over there. We get that teal color, and we get the purple. I feel like the inside of the hood looks a little bit better on the previous version. You know, this is, I guess, our comic version. You can see the pink color is just a little bit different too. I don't know. I'm kind of liking the head sculpt or the paint on this one a little bit more so than this older one right there. They both look good though. But I don't know, I'm liking this one a little bit more. And then as far as the body goes, the lower torso over here is made with a much more matted plastic. This is very glossy. Even the upper torso seems a little bit more glossy. The upper torso on this one's a bit more glossy too. And you can see, you know, the pattern and the design is slightly different right here. We do get these added V's in the armpits. This one does not have the armpit V's. And then you can see right over here we get some good clean paint with the teal and everything. She only has a whipping hand on the right side and a fist for the left. So that doesn't look too bad right over there. Nice and clean. And then not a whole lot going on. The back, you can see it's, almost the same exact design. We get these, these pincers right over here where this one doesn't have that. Both look great, as far as the body mold goes. And then the legs look pretty good over here. And you get these, these bright blue or these teal colored wraps and stuff on the feet. Slightly different from, just her having the kind of like sandals kind of thing going on right here on this older version. And of course, the figure still has the peg holes at the bottom of the feet as well. Now to go over the Spider-Gwen articulation, you can move her head up all the way and down all the way. You get side-to-side motion and very little head pivoting right there. Shoulders move up all the way. You can move them all the way down. Rotate 360. You get a single jointed elbow that does bend in more than 90 degrees. You also get rotation at the elbow. Then both wrists turn side to side and hinge up and down. You get a diaphragm twist right there. Diaphragm pivoting and a barely crunch forward, which is my biggest gripe with this figure. Or this body mold. I really wish we got a better ab crunch right there, especially for a spider character. And you can move back just a little bit. Hip joints move outward that far, and she can kick forward, back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, calf rotation, ankles move down, ankles move up, and she does have ankle pivot. And here's looking at the Miles Morales head sculpt, which I think would be a great comic version of Miles, but I wish they gave us a new head sculpt that represented how he looks in the movie. I think the new design here looks pretty cool, and I like the hairdo, so it would have been nice to see. I don't know, I like how it looks. Can't wait to see the movie. Again, I'm going to keep saying that throughout the review, but for a comic book Miles Morales, I do dig it. Here's a comparison with the original version. So we have a much darker flesh tone with the original version right over here, and a little bit lighter over here with this one. He's half Puerto Rican, half African American, so I don't know. I guess both could work, I guess it doesn't really matter. I do like it, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, good looking head sculpt. I like the eyes. This little marking right here along the side bothers me some. But yeah, definitely more for an updated comic version. And we get this head sculpt right here, the masked head sculpt. And I do like the design for Miles in this movie. I think it's a cool looking design. I do not prefer it over the comic version though. I think this looks cooler to me. I like the added red cobweb over black. I think that just looks badass. I really like that. But at the same time, having this new movie and having this new version, I think it's cool to give it a slightly different design. And I do like this whole thing with the spray painted spider logo. So I think it's a cool different look, Now I did find an image online that did show some cobwebbing. It was like a very light glossy black over black cobwebbing pattern. That would have been kind of cool to see on this. So a little unfortunate we're not seeing it on the figure, but I would still opt for the comic book version as being my favorite Miles Morales look. Like how you can see some of the spray paint right over there. So it kind of has that whole, that DIY kind of vibe to it. And I think that's pretty awesome. And the fingers don't have the cobwebbing pattern, the original comic version, he definitely has a cobwebbing pattern on the fingers. We really don't have anything going on with the legs over here on either versions except until we get to the feet on this one, and I like that spray. It looks pretty cool. Nice gradient to red. I think that's pretty awesome. He still has the peg holes. Comic book version does not have any red on the soles of the feet at all. And then for the Miles articulation, you can move his head up that much and it will move down just that far. You get side to side motion right there. No head pivoting though. Shoulders can move up that far and down. You could rotate a full 360. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then all the wrists turn side to side and hinge up and down. Great ab crunch forward, great ab crunch back. You get a waist swivel right here. Hips move outward that far and he will kick forward that much, barely back. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, calf rotation, ankles move down. They move up and he does have ankle pivot. And to measure out these two figures, you can see that Miles and Spider-Gwen are standing almost at the same height, but the Spider-Gwen is just a little bit taller. They're both a little over 5.5 inches tall. And then to compare these into the Spider-Verse figures next to their original comic versions, we have the Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales once again, and you can see the similarities and subtle differences between these two. I'm really liking the head sculpt or the head paint on this figure a lot more than that one right there. And just because I wanted to bring in the Tiny Pata hunchback Miles Morales figure from Hasbro from several years ago, I think 2012 or something like that. So yeah, you can see all three Miles figures right over here. And this one right here is still my favorite. And then here's a Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales Spider-Man figure. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Hey friends! Well, you guys get to be in a new movie? I wish I could be in a movie! Huh? Can I be in a movie? Please, please? I gotta thank you guys again for watching my video. I really do appreciate it when you spend your precious time with me here on this YouTube channel, as well as when you hit that like button if you like the video. Please leave a comment down below and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you're interested in going the extra mile in supporting this channel, your contributions on Patreon really go a long way and are very much appreciated. These two figures look really good. I like how they look, but then at the same time, I am irked by the lack of detail and accuracy to what I've already seen from the movie. You know, the cobwebbing pattern for the Miles Morales Spider-Man would have been cool to see that. And then, you know, the head sculpt, the alternate head sculpt, it would have been really cool to see a more movie accurate head sculpt, you know, to go with the Miles. So I think the Spider-Gwen still looks fairly accurate from what I remember, but, you know, so there's things here that aren't totally accurate, but I still think they're good figures. I don't think they're for everybody. I don't think I would have picked these up if I didn't want to review them. However, I haven't seen the movie yet, so if I watch the movie, that may give me the itching desire to pick these two up, you know what I mean? So, I'm giving these two a Sud rating of meh. And I don't think they're bad figures at all. And if you missed out on getting the first Spider-Gwen and Miles figures, yeah, totally get this set. But just for me personally, I'm giving it that rating. I don't put too much stock in rating systems. Anyway, again, appreciate you guys watching the video. If you want to stay in touch with me, please go ahead and follow me on the social media on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust, where I'm doing exclusive ShartimusPrime and Sud movie reviews. So check that out if you haven't already. Link in the description below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
I'm gonna play with my toys today. Well, I don't care what my people say. I'm gonna play with my toys today. Can't have one, I gotta get them all. Time to make a trip to the local mall. Oh yeah!
That's crispy.
Hey, I'm ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face, I said my shot, your face, I said my shot,